Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mundane Matt, and I think it's pretty fair to say at this point that the media is in fact attempting to go after those of us in the YouTube community for a multitude of reasons. There are people out there that are trying to deny that this exists, but I believe that when you hit one a month for the last 3 months, you kind of start seeing a fucking pattern. First, it was PewDiePie in February with his joking videos that labeled as anti-Semitism and got him totally fucking screwed by Disney and YouTube, so on and so forth. Then, of course, you have JonTron in March being accused of his comments of white nationalism, even though he just said some things that he didn't phrase the right way, but nobody gave him the benefit of the doubt. And then now you have got a German YouTuber who runs the Slingshot Channel, a channel with 1.7 million subscribers. See how this pattern here is? People who are over 1 million subscribers at this point are the targeted ones, mostly because of the influence that they have. And the Slingshot Channel, who is run by a very nice man, like probably like one of the gentlest men I've ever heard talk on YouTube, and a person who it's like, yeah, this guy seems like a person you'd want to be friends with. If I'm saying it right, his name is Jorg Sprave. If I mispronounce that, I apologize. My German is fucking horrible. But this dude is a bit of a gun and knife obsessive, and that's what his entire channel is based around. Well, the reason why he's getting his shit run through the fucking ringer right now is because of a video he has where he's reviewing a stab-proof vest that he bought off of Amazon, but the video title was called How to Pierce a Stab-Proof Vest, which is not the best fucking title on the goddamn planet. And honest to God, I would argue video titles get more people in trouble these days than almost anything else. Because when people come in to see them, they look at the title, and the video in question that he had up there was very much a review. He just didn't phrase it in the right way in the title, and that's what the Daily Mail was trying to use against him. In fact, they went to his house, they tried to interview him, he brought them inside, gave them coffee, talked to them about it, knew what was coming essentially, but still was very friendly. And that didn't stop them from essentially trying to claim that this guy has videos on YouTube that are being used as ISIS training fucking materials. And this, of course, is coming after the assault on the Westminster Bridge a couple weeks ago, where an officer was stabbed to death while wearing a vest, very similar to the one that the Slingshot Channel reviewed. And that is essentially why the Daily Mail went after him, because they viewed what he had as a review as an ISIS training tool. If that's not some kind of disingenuous horseshit, I don't know what the fuck is. But anyway, when this article went out, his video was struck down. He got a copyright strike on his channel, and he was genuinely afraid for his livelihood. This is a guy who makes his living on YouTube. This is a guy who very much loves what he does. And his review was to show people that that vest on Amazon was a piece of horseshit. Its stab-proof plate was aluminum. A fucking aluminum. And it was to warn people not to buy this. But like I said, the title of the video didn't necessarily reflect that it was a review. And that's part of the problem here. But on the bright side, the entire YouTube community came together and fucking were rallying for this guy, were championing for this guy. And today, thankfully, his channel is restored back to normal. No copyright strike. All they asked him to do was update the title and give more description about it being a review. And he is good. And that is what YouTube should be doing. They should not have struck this thing down. It's an overreaction. And I understand why they did it, but upon investigation and review, they realized that's what it was. It's just a review. And thankfully, this, as well as the attack against JonTron and PewDiePie, should show YouTube and the YouTube community at large that the media is out there very much trying to destroy us for a multitude of reasons. Look at Sargon of Akkad. How many times does his name pop up in articles on Daily Kos and other left-leaning blogs? I've popped up in articles multiple times on multiple different left-leaning websites criticizing some of the things I've said, even though I'm very moderate in my opinions. It still pops up. This is part of what happens when you put yourself out there. And generally that kind of discussion can happen, but what they were doing, what the Daily Mail was doing to Jorg, I lived in California for too long, but Jorg is essentially trying to destroy him and brand him as a person who's helping to train terrorists. That is one of the worst possible fucking things you could levy at a person. right? I mean, outside of like sexual assault and child molestation and shit. But to tell someone who seems like the gentlest motherfucker in the history of Germany, all right, you know, is a person trying to help push ISIS and train ISIS how to hurt people who are wearing bulletproof vests is completely wrong. And I hope that Simon Murphy and the other cocksucker on the fucking article, they get reprimanded. They get reprimanded publicly by the Daily Mail, because this was a hit piece that was designed to hurt somebody's livelihood, to hurt somebody's reputation, and it was all based on feels over fucking reals. And they should have realized that once they interviewed him, once they talked to him, once they got his side of the story. They didn't reflect any of that. They wanted to destroy him. And the great thing about it is that the community as a whole, all of us who use this website, came together to support this dude. And that is awesome. And his channel's got a lot more subscribers. He's got his, you know, full channel back, no problems, anything else. And hopefully YouTube will use this as just a way looking forward to maybe when these particular things come in to investigate before acting. But unfortunately, the automated system probably isn't going to be fixed. They're probably not going to, you know, they're not going to tweak it to have the investigation first. The way that it's all designed is very much a shoot first, ask questions later mentality. And when you are a creator, right now especially, that watches your channel get hit for something that is just asinine and you know is a hit piece, it makes you freak out, because it makes you think everything you've built, everything you've done is for nothing if it can be that easily taken away. At least it reminds us all that it's time for us to find ways to diversify from this platform, if not just in terms of earning a living, but maybe spreading the video love around. Because if we get taken down somewhere, we might, you know, be better off posting someplace else that might be more protective of our rights as creators and not give in to hyperbolic bullshit from companies like the fucking Daily Mail. So hopefully something good can come from this. And I think it will, but it's just, you know, it's such a hard time right now with everything. Who fucking knows? But I'm just glad that he got his channel back. I'm just glad that he's doing all right again, and that he essentially, as a YouTuber, is whole. And that's what's the important thing here. Also, fuck the Daily Mail, but that's pretty much going without saying. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that the media at large is trying to come after us? Do you think that it's just a case-by-case basis or nothing more than just a conspiracy theory? These are things I'm curious about. Let me know in the comments below. My name, of course, is Mundane Matt. Curious to know, again, what you guys think. So if you guys haven't already, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back daily for more content. Also, my vlog channel up here, my movie news channel, 3 Buck Theater right here. This is where you want to turn on annotations. I will definitely talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day. Peace out.